Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Opinions with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, irie. Big yourselves up, first time watchers, season watchers. You know what we're usually here for, the unpopular opinions of this week's episode. Let's go. Alphabet bullet points look good only till F. After that, it's just pure garbage. Now listen, I don't really have much qualms with alphabet bullet points. I don't really use them. You know what I mean? I just use the normal circle ones because they're generally just easy for me. Because sometimes you can generally just get lost in the next alphabet. You can put the next one down and it just might not show up properly. You might say an E and then another E might come out. Do you know what I mean? So I personally prefer the ones with the circular ones because I think they're better. You know what I mean? In terms where they're more useful to me. But I have no here, no there with the alphabet bullet points. I just think, listen, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do, go for it. But for me, I don't have no qualms with it. I'm not really that bothered about it. So next one. People who only show up for the paycheck are weird. No, I don't think they are. I don't think you are. I think sometimes you have to work, especially in an environment where you don't really want to be in. You know what I mean? You're forced to do a job, you're forced to be at a place you really don't want to be at. And sometimes it's just about literally just getting the money and going home. You know what I mean? Because you just don't want to be at that place dealing with some people that you just don't like. And a job right now that gets you frustrated, gets you stressed, you're probably taking it home as well, where it's getting to you, getting to other people, your families or your friends, just because you're bothered by that job and you just can't seem to leave. But you could be even in a position where the money you're getting, and it's good money, but you're just not happy. It's just a place where it's like, oh, yeah, I'm earning this much, but I just need it just to get by with rent and that. So it's just that, you know what I mean? I don't think people who say you have to just show up for the paycheck are weird. I think it's necessary sometimes. You just have to do what you just have to do. You're probably not in the position where you really want to be at, so you're just trying to earn to get your way to the point where you need to be up there. And starting in a job right now that's just getting you that money is a good starting point to get yourself to the level that you really want to be at. So, next one. Weddings are awful. Now, I'm someone who, as I say, not really bothered by weddings. People say, well, if you get married one day, which I'm not 100% sure I will, would you want a big wedding? No, I wouldn't. And the thing about it is, for me, with weddings, it's just big. There's just a lot of people. Some people show up that you just don't know as well. They will just turn up out of the blue and go, hey, congratulations on your big day. And you're like, who are you? I didn't invite you, but you found out one of your friends or one of your peoples who they invited them. And you're like, but I don't know them. Or some people just hear about it through the grapevine and then decide to show up on a blind thing like they're Stevie Wonder. Why? You don't need to show up if I don't know you. But some people just turn up out of the blue and then they want to get involved in your big day. Who are you? Who are ya? As the English phrase said, who are ya? Who are ya? Who are you? What are you doing there? Where do I know you from? Stormzy sayings, where do I know you from? But, you know what I mean? For me, general, it's just a lot of money. Spending a lot of money on a big day. And people say, oh, it's some memories that last a lifetime, photographic and all of this. The wedding dress looks great, cool. Let's do it in a small venue if we're going to get married. I'm not someone who potentially wants to see something that's big, extravagant, and all of that if you're spending money on it. Now, if you're going to it, it's all about the food for me. It's all about that food, seeing that great stuff. That's just generally where I want to be at. Obviously, when the weddings are happening, it's all about the food for me. It's as simple as. Next one. Making friends as an adult isn't hard. People just don't try. I think making friends as an adult is complicated for reasons. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to make friends, but the problem is it's more easier to lose them. And why I say that is that a lot of people nowadays wouldn't take a lot of shit, as you probably would back in the days. Back in the days, you could say people would be all cool and calm about it, but making new friends, when you're going on a journey together or you're going to see a destination and you've somehow made some friend abroad, cool. But sometimes you just don't know the in and outs of that person. You just don't know when that person wants something from you. And for me, I always say it, I just don't trust people easily. That's just me. You know what I mean? So even when you come into my life and you're a new friend of mine, I'm like, what's your game here? What are you trying to get? Do you know what I mean? Are you trying to just one day just like do man dirty, make me feel like, oh, we're cool in that, and then you're just using me for your own gains? So maybe that's just my own qualms, but I just don't trust people very easily. But hey, I don't think it's hard, but at the same time, I don't really want to try. That's just me. But some people will be like, So I agree with that statement, but at the same time, I don't agree with that statement. For me, I agree with it, but for someone else, I don't think it's right. The next one. Racing is the most boring hobby unless it's F1. I mean, I do think F1 is boring. And that's just me, personally. Watching F1, doing the same lap how many times, and people watch for like, how long? 3-4 hours of all of this going around. I think it's the same with cricket as well. I find cricket boring too. I prefer playing cricket than watching it. And I prefer 100% being in a F1 vehicle and driving around and, you know, going from here to there. And that could be very interesting and very fun, but just being part of that whole thing is not something where I'd want to be watching as a spectator. So for me, watching racing around in an F1 car, yeah, that's fun. But watching it live is boring to me. It is absolutely boring. Golf as well, I find it boring too. Stuff that's not physical contact sport, that just goes side to side. People say, well, is tennis boring to you? Not really, because as again, you can have a rally, it's exciting, fun, back and forth, but just the whole point of just watching an F1 car, if there's no crashes, listen, that's a bad mind thing on my part, but if there's no crashes, if there's no real excitement, someone's trying to overtake and it's just the same thing, everybody's just going round and round, send me to sleep, do you know what I mean? So, but that's just my thoughts on that. But that's it, guys, for this end of Unpopular Opinions. Till next time, guys, big yourselves up, first time watchers, season watchers. If you've seen this episode or any of the previous episodes, you know what to do below all of that. Big yourselves up. You know what we usually do when we finish? I'll give my opinions and I'll react later on. Let's go.